Harry, your speed. It's getting worse.
I'm barely hanging on. I can't catch my breath. All I can think about is if I'll be fast enough to save another life.
Flash is losing his speed. Drain him of the rest.
Nash is taking control of his pain. You can't feed off of him anymore. No. It's over, Thawne. No.
Satellite scans say there are no traces of Thawne's negative tachyons to be found in any organic matter on the planet. As for Nash, Cecile confirmed that she didn't feel any of Thawne's energy inside him.
Well, according to three-dimensional imaging, Nash's brainwaves are Thawne-free.
I guess this means Star Labs has successfully completed its very first exorcism.
Thawne's gone. For now.
Right. Thawne's tachyons might have dissipated, but they weren't destroyed.
Which means he's not dead. Just formless.
He's probably out there looking for another body right now. Like a red-eyed, pissed-off Voldemort.
When he comes back, we'll be ready.
I'm gonna go check on Nash. Are you guys make up yet?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Guys, are we sure creating an artificial speed force is the way to go? I mean, anyone who came in contact with Thawne's speed force got hurt.
Ours will be different.
Yeah, but we still don't even know where to start.
Actually, I do. Every time Thawne tried to hurt me using Nora's memory, really what he did was reminded me how much I loved her. Made me realize that she's the answer.
Nora's journal.
Thawne taught Nora how to build a speed force. Now she can teach us.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is going to be my new Flash Season 6 Episode 16 video and an explainer for what's going on with that Grant Gustin Black Flash picture of himself that he just posted that made everybody freak out. There's a bunch of Easter eggs. I'll explain what's really going on with this, as cool as it looks, and I'll also explain what's going on with the rest of the Flash episodes this season. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. We're doing an Amazon giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave your favorite Black Flash moment on the video. Been a while since we've seen the Black Flash. You only see him during really big episodes with Easter eggs, or if they're doing big flashbacks to Zoom, like when they brought him back for Season 5, Episode 8, because it was the 100th episode spectacular. I know everyone's asking me to make a video about the whole Ezra Miller situation with the footage of him choking a fan and what's going to happen to him. Is he still going to be in the Flash movie? I'm not really planning on making a video about that until Warner Brothers says something about the incident, and I'm not expecting them to make any kind of announcements till way later this year. So we'll talk about the Black Flash stuff first, then I'll talk about what's happening with the rest of the episodes this season and how they're going to fix everything because of the virus delays. Then I'll talk about the rest of the story and where they leave off here, with Reverse Flash's essence, his negative speed force looking for another body to inhabit, like Red Death Easter eggs, and everything that's going on with a brand new version of the Speed Force that they're trying to create. So this morning, out of nowhere, Grant Gustin posts this picture of himself in the Black Flash costume, and everybody freaked out. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Are they getting ready for a Barry Black Flash storyline? Everyone thought that they killed the Black Flash back during Season 3 when they killed the Zoom version of Black Flash. There's a very prominent Barry Allen Black Flash story at the beginning of Jeff Johns' old original Flash Rebirth storyline from 2009. If you haven't been reading the current Flash comics, they also just brought Black Flash back as part of the Force Quest storyline. That's the storyline where Barry Allen and Wally West are trying to save their friends in the Speed Force, which is dying. So obviously that sounds familiar, what's happening on the TV show. The Speed Force on the TV show is slowly dying. But based on what Grant Gustin said about this picture, it doesn't sound like they're planning on any big Black Flash Barry storyline on the TV show, and this is just one of many costume tests that they've done. But that it looks so cool that he actually himself wants to do a Black Flash storyline, like Barry becoming the Black Flash. So maybe at some point during season 7, even though there's been all these big virus delays, they still are doing Flash season 7. I don't know how many more seasons they're going to do the TV show. But if there are any big, crazy twists that they've been sitting on this whole time, season 7 would be the time to do that. But talking about the rest of the episodes, we obviously know we're going to get episode 16 because they dropped the trailers for it. But what the CW has announced is that they're actually going to air the Flash finale, whatever that winds up being, whichever episode, on May 19th. And it's not coming back for episode 16 until April 21st. I don't know how they're going to try and resolve whatever their storyline is. They still have the Mirror Master plot. We still have Reverse Flash trying to inhabit someone's body. There's a lot of big questions about how they're going to resolve their storyline. We know that Godspeed is coming in episode 18, and it sounds like they're setting up some big Godspeed stuff for season 7. Aside from the Mirror Master stuff, which seems like it's pretty straightforward, they have to answer what they're going to do with this new Speed Force they're going to try and create, which will obviously influence what's happening during the season 7 storyline. So much of the storyline around this artificial Speed Force they're trying to create revolves around Nora's journal that's impervious to timeline changes, which is why it still exists. My assumption, if they had had all the episodes that they wanted this season and there were no delays, they would have found a way to bring it back around and show you some sort of cameo scene setting up Nora or a new version of Nora returning to the show with maybe her twin brother from the comics. Remember, Dawn in Dawn. That was what that scene with Reverse Flash during Season 5, Episode 8 was about, when he met Nora for the first time. Dawn, I'm assuming, and she's like, no, my name is Nora, and he kind of chuckles to himself like, oh, they've already messed with the timeline. Barry's already changed things, and his children are different. He doesn't have twins anymore. They still haven't paid off that line from Season 4, the gibberish, where he says, we're going to need more diapers. They've never said that, and they've said pretty much every other line of dialogue of gibberish that he came out of the Speed Force saying at the beginning of that season. I don't mind them reducing the episode count, that's not that big of a deal, it just means less filler episodes, but hopefully they get all the footage that they need so that everything makes sense by the end of whatever this season is going to be, whether that's episode 19 or episode 20 or however they worked the final couple of episodes they were able to film before they were forced to go on break. I'm really glad they didn't fridge the Reverse Flash in the last episode. He's still alive out there somewhere, his essence, his negative Speed Force energy looking for another body. The really cool thing about that storyline and the way they ended this last episode is it teases a whole bunch of other big concepts that they can use in future seasons, including the very last episode of The Flash. So just going down the list of Easter eggs and really cool storylines, starting obviously with that ending. So early prediction, early theory here. If you're not a longtime Flash comic book reader, there was a really cool storyline that explained what happened to Barry Allen after he died during comic book Crisis on Infinite Earths. So in the comics, he dies, just goes away, Wally West becomes the main version of the Flash, and everybody just kind of wonders where he went during the Wally West era in the 90s. Before Jeff Johns came along and did Flash Rebirth, there was a really cool storyline that actually said that instead of actually just straight up dying during Crisis, Barry Allen became the bolt of lightning that originally gave him powers. So what I'm hoping is they use this Reverse Flash twist where Reverse Flash turns into pure Speed Force energy, then goes and inhabits someone else's body for Barry in the Flash finale, where he finally sacrifices himself in a big Crisis comic book style twist. But instead of just dying and never coming back, he actually goes back to the pilot episode in this very first moment, and he becomes the bolt of lightning that originally gave him powers. It'd just be a nice way to bookend the series so that it ties right back to that original moment. The other cool Easter egg here for Reverse Flash trying to inhabit other people's bodies with his Speed Force energy is the Red Death character, because Red Death is a fusion speedster. If you're a big Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super fan, it's kind of like the Gogeta version of the Flash, with two of them fused together. They did that for the Grodd episode, which I feel was also another Red Death teaser. But everyone, let me know in the comments, if they have to cancel the last couple of episodes, how do you think they're going to try and end the finale if they haven't shot a lot of the footage that they wanted to for the original finale? Whatever winds up happening, I'll do a video for it. If there's any big hanging questions or plot threads, don't worry, I'll try to include that in my Flash videos. Episode 16 is going to be on April 21st. They'll probably drop another trailer to remind everyone next week because it's been so long since we've had an episode. So post all your big questions and theories in the comments below. Everyone click here to learn about Cosmic Thor and Beta Ray Bill in Thor 4 Love and Thunder, and click here for my brand new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 teaser trailer breakdown. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, I'll see you guys tonight.